Now, in the wake of the massive email dump by WikiLeaks, showing a lot of favoritism and collusion against the campaign of Bernie Sanders, Debbie Wasserman Shultz, who was the former head of the DNC, announced that she will step down as the DNC chair after the convention. However, it looks like the Hillary Clinton campaign isn't quite done with her yet. According to the Associated Press, the Clinton campaign is welcoming her on as a, quote, honorary campaign chairwoman. Well, that's of course going to get the millions of Bernie Sanders supporters out there to vote enthusiastically for Clinton, won't it? Not so much. Now, her campaign released a statement saying, there is simply no one better at taking the fight to Republicans than Debbie. Well, really? I don't think so. I mean, look, Elizabeth Warren's out there, and she's crushing Donald Trump right now. As many problems as some people might have with Elizabeth Warren, she is a progressive, and she actually is a fighter. She just happens to be focused firing against Donald Trump right now. Now, it continues, which is why I'm glad that she has agreed to serve as honorary chair of my campaign's 50-state program to gain ground and elect Democrats in every part of the country, and will continue to serve as a surrogate for my campaign nationally, in Florida and in other key states. I can't even fathom this decision. No one is better at taking on Republicans than Debbie Wasserman Shultz. You want to explain what happened in 2014? Oh, right. It's the voters' fault for not going out and voting for people like Mark I Love Guns, God, and Small Government Breyer. Or Allison I Love Cole Lundergan Grimes. Yeah, that's the voters' fault for putting up terrible Democrats that excited about 0.0 people. Really? Remember, Debbie Wasserman Shultz headed the DNC. Now, she could have had some say into who these local Democrats in the different states had ran. But they ran the worst Democrats they could in 2014. And you know what happened? They lost. Turns out when you put up a Republican against a Republican light, usually they pick the Republican. And look, they had a chance, for example, to unseat Mitch McConnell. Ashley Judd, who ran as a progressive, right? She was chased out of the running. They thought in Kentucky that she was bad for the party. Now you might be thinking, Jeff, she didn't fit Kentucky. She was a progressive. They're all backward hicks there. No, of course not. No, there are progressives in Kentucky. Yes, there are a lot of people who like coal jobs in Kentucky. That's why Allison Lundergan Grimes essentially tried to shower with coal and to say, oh, I love coal so much. It is so clean and it is so wonderful. Even her coal pandering didn't stop her against Mitch McConnell. Because Mitch McConnell, while she was showering in coal, he would do the Scrooge McDuck and do a giant pile of coal. They love coal there. So, you know, you could say that Ashley Judd, she didn't fit Kentucky, where actually there are a lot of people in Kentucky that had progressive values. I give you a good example, Connect. Connect is Kentucky's Obamacare insurance program, which is actually incredibly popular. It's the Obamacare exchange. Now you call it the Obamacare exchange, and everybody flips out. Oh my God, I hate that Obamacare, but I love my Connect. Well, it's kind of the same thing. People, no matter where they live, the majority of Americans hold progressive values. They just don't know it. Because progressive, liberal, is considered a dirty word, thanks to the Republicans and their non-stop messaging through Fox News, hate radio. So, look, there's that other thing, right? I think the Kentucky Democratic Party, once again, they completely misunderstand their base and actually don't reach out to liberals who may live in a lot of these southern states. Hey, southern peeps, man, southern progressives, I see you guys there. I know you're there. I know you're doing your damnedest, right? To fight against, you know, the reddening or the continued redness of your state. I get it. The Democratic Party of Kentucky kind of written you off. They wrote you off. And here's the other thing. All progressives don't exactly seem good for the party, like Ashley Judd, according to insiders, according to party insiders and lobbyists. Now, why is that? Because those party insiders and lobbyists, a lot of them aren't progressives and are actually proud of that. Now, Hillary Clinton loves to stress that we are a center-left party, emphasis on the center. But then she also claimed that she was a progressive in order to get votes. That's all it's about. Because you can't be both. It's a simple truth. You can't be both. All right? Now, I've pointed out how she's not a progressive. And she just happens to have the entire corporatist Democratic Party establishment backing her. And they have, of course, from the start. And putting Debbie on the campaign, even as an honorary chairperson who doesn't get paid, who probably doesn't even do a whole lot, but who's just there, and by the way, Debbie will continue to be a surrogate, even putting her on that chair in such a small minimalist role, as sort of like a, hey, we're going to throw you a bone. Even that, at this point, is still a slap in the face to a lot of progressives. That's not going to help foster party unity. All it's going to do is going to continue this division. And once again, it's the fault of Hillary Clinton for making bad decisions.